Thank you, Corla, and I welcome the opportunity to contribute to the debate today on the maternity protection members of the House of Oireachtas Bill 2013. I'm speaking today as a member of the technical group, which has the highest representation of women of any group in here in the Dáil at 25%, and the independent grouping has representation of over 20% of women members in this Dáil. And I think that may say more about the party system than it does about the actual willingness of women to be represented here in this House, when you can see that we are at the highest percentage representation of any group in the House. I think the bill is part of a package that would be intended to maybe make political representation more attractive for women and make the role of women more considered and thought of in terms of the political life and serving here in this House. And I think for that reason the bill has to be welcomed, and I think it's important that we do remove whatever barriers are there to ensure that women feel free to stand for election, feel free to get elected, and when they get here to this House, that the working systems and the working arrangements that are here suit them and suit their lives, so that they can provide the representation that they want to put forward and represent all citizens across the country equally. So I think from that way the bill has to be welcomed. And I think there is, as has been mentioned, and I would hope to see over the coming short period, other pieces of legislation coming forward that would help to remove the barriers to women's participation in political life, to make sure that we do have that representation that's required. And indeed, as has been outlined by other speakers, I think that there is a need to look at how the working system here can be made more amenable to all members of the House as well, and that members can be able to plan and to know clearly what they're doing well in advance, and even the system of knowing what pieces of legislation will be debated maybe a number of weeks in advance, so that proper preparation can be allowed for members to participate fully as legislators in the programme here. The one note of concern I would have in relation to the bill is that it's coming now in the context of where the government has made a decision to tax the maternity benefits of working women across the country, and there's no doubt that the provisions in Section 7 of the bill, which provide for full pay for members who take maternity leave in this House, are generous, and I think that it's rightly so that they should be. But it's in the context of where working women do not have the same benefits or the same entitlements right across the state. And I think that's something that should be looked at, and this bill should be looked at in the context of providing a proper statutory maternity cover for all women across the state. I know that there is some employments that will have systems, varying different types of systems. Teachers have a level of maternity pay top-up that takes place that's agreed through their unions and through discussions with the Department of Education. Some good employers will provide maternity benefits and maternity pay top-ups on top of maternity benefit for women workers as well. But I would be concerned that the provisions here for full pay for members would reinforce the sense of privilege that the public has and the perception that members of this Dáil have and members of this House have. And I think that we should be looking at it in the context of all workers and all women workers, because right across society, in all levels and in the upper echelons of all industries, all businesses, government departments, women are underrepresented. So if we want to really achieve proper representation by women in this House, I think we need to make sure that women are represented across the board in all sectors of society and in all sectors of business and working relationships. So I think that is something that the government should look at in the context maybe of this bill, but in extending that further. But in saying that, I think that the bill has to be welcomed, because the intentions in the bill is honourable and good in terms of making this workplace more attractive for women to participate in, and making it easier for women to be able to achieve the goal of, when they get here, of being able to contribute fully and being able to know that they can their lives can be respected whenever they become pregnant, and they know that they can continue on in their role as representatives. So for that reason, I would welcome the bill and just those concerns that I outlined. Thank you.
Thank you.